Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. To start things off, Bitcoin currently appears to be in a somewhat precarious position as it struggles to break above 12,000 US dollars, causing the entire crypto market to see some turbulence. Today, this resistance led Bitcoin to see a sharp sell-off that sent its price reeling towards 11,300 US dollars, where bulls eventually stepped up and slowed down its descent. Despite Bitcoin seeing stalling momentum, the strong uptrend seen by many smaller digital assets has caused investors to grow greedy, with the crypto market's fear and greed index hitting levels not seen since the market-wide rally in September of 2019. Some investors view this as a counter indicator that suggests a strong shakeout is imminent. Last Saturday, Bitcoin's price rallied up to highs of $12,000 before it lost its momentum and showed a sharp decline that sent it down to $11,000. This ultimately resulted in a multi-week consolidation phase with the upper $11,000 region, which is where Bitcoin traded at until this weekend, when another rejection at $12,000 sparked a sell-off. So as it stands right now, the entire cryptocurrency market is down, except for a few coins that we're going to be talking about in a couple of seconds. We are in one of the biggest hype phases of the cryptocurrency market's entire history, and it is a bit obscene as it stands right now. I mean, overall, we'll see where this goes. A lot of people have been writing, depending on where you look on the interwebs, that Bitcoin was overbought. There was too much momentum. The price went up too fast. We should have gone a lot slower. There was a podcast about a day or two ago where Pompliano said the exact same thing, and people listened to him, so therefore he must be right. That clearly, after all that adoption, that news that we had, that Bitcoin was simply overvalued and had to go back down before we can go back up, because that's apparently how logic works. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says new crypto asset skyrockets 1,880% on launch day. Here's why traders are pouncing on Project Serum. There are going to be a lot of the news is filled to the brim right now, not just here, but in general, of all the cryptocurrency news, of new projects coming out, of new money to be made, how much money people made on this coin, how high it went up, what happened in 24 hours, how much money the project made, and how much money you can make as well. These are more of a please be cautious as I'm saying all of this, as opposed to thinking. I'll put it to you this way: if this is your first time here, this is not me telling you to buy these coins. It's trying to give a spotlight on the amount of new coins that are popping up, that are skyrocketing in price when they are first released, that other people are trying to get you into these coins so that you put your money into them. The coin's price continues to pump, and the original people who told you to get into these coins, they start selling their coins, they make all the money, and then you are left with nothing. A new crypto asset is taking the cryptoverse by storm, okay, after surging 1,800% on launch day. Serum, a new cryptocurrency that will act as both the utility and governance token of the soon-to-be-launched decentralized derivatives exchange, Serum, jumped from 10 cents to as high as $1.98 after launching, according to CoinGecko. At the time of writing, it's roughly around $1.86. Project Serum bills itself as the antidote to many weaknesses that plague decentralized finance protocols, including the lack of liquidity, slow processing speed, and inability to facilitate cross-chain transactions. If you have the time today, hold on, wait. It's about 9,000 degrees in here, and the fan wasn't pointing to me, and it was having an effect on my body. If you happen to have, now I mean this honestly, a good 5 to 10 minutes today. Good, you all have 5 to 10 minutes. It's just a matter if you want to do this. Look up news articles on ICOs from 2017. I don't care what search engine you use, just get there. You're going to find A lot of news that is similar to everything I just read, and a whole bunch of things like this as well. This is not me talking down about any of these projects. I don't know any of these projects. I don't know the creators of these projects. I don't care about these projects. I will never own any of these projects. I'm just simply stating that I've been here for a while and I've seen all of this before. These are part of the hype cycle. New coins will come out and they will make astronomical amounts of money. You will be told to get into these markets, and then things will happen after you get into the market. Oh my gosh, so many coins promised in 2017 to either be the new Bitcoin, to be a superior version of Bitcoin, to be able to handle more transactions to Bitcoin, to have behind the scenes more adoption than Bitcoin, to be able to outclass or dethrone Ethereum. We are going to, it was the entire same thing over and over again. And now I guess the goal of this year is to make a coin that outsurpasses other DeFi coins by being able to do what they also aren't able to do, but they're all promising that they can outdo to each other. Next up, Turnio's ERC20 payment token Turn has been listed on global cryptocurrency exchange BBOX, or BIBOX, that is BIBOX. The news comes 2 months after Turnio's announcement that they will be burning 10% of the Turn supply, previously hosted on Stellar, and making it available as an ERC20 token. Since the Ethereum-based coins were first migrated in June, they have been listed on IDEX and Uniswap, but the listing of Turn on BBOX marks the first adoption by a major crypto exchange. As of Wednesday, they will be available to purchase and trade Turn on BBOX. This was also relatively popular news because apparently this coin was also picking up speed as well. Do any of you have Turnio's ERC20 Turn token? Next up, here's a really fun one. The latest craze in the DeFi sector is a new yield farming protocol called YAM. That's right. For those of you, do any of you know what a YAM is? A YAM is a sweet potato. Protocol called YAM, which promises equal opportunity staking with no pre-mine, no founder shares, and a zero value token at launch. The experimental YAM protocol is the talk of crypto Twitter right now. It's really not, though, with many excited about the big potential returns, while others worry about the risks. The project recently launched project offers an elastic supply token similar to Ampleforth that can expand and contract depending on market conditions, with the aim of seeking eventual price stability and a peg to the US dollar. YAM will reallocate a 10% portion of each supply expansion to buy a high-yield dollar-denominated stablecoin called YCRV in what it terms as a rebase. The token will be added to the treasury, which is controlled via YAM community governed. I don't have to read anymore because it just gets more and more ridiculous. So here you can, for those of you not looking at the screen, I'll give you a little timeline. It's a very short timeline, but it's still an appropriate timeline. It says yield farmers deposited $76 million into an unaudited DeFi project in less than an hour. Once again, an unaudited DeFi project had $76 million deposited into it by people who were trying to make high returns in less than 1 hour. And then a couple of hours later, it attracted over $100 million worth of monies into this project that isn't audited. We are in a greedy cycle right now. I expect this to continue regardless of if Bitcoin's price is up, or this is a sweet potato, is up or down, simply because people are, I don't want to use the D word, but they're kind of desperate right now to make money. Whatever the actual case might actually be. The problem is that the next phase of all of this, if I'm correct, by around September, the entirety of September, because October will be a completely different phase. October, November, December are the run-up phase. This is, once again, if we are mimicking 2017. What's going to happen right now around this month, prices will continue to be incredibly volatile once again as they were in 2017. Around this time in 2017, Bitcoin's price was flying all over the place, and we were getting a lot of news that Bitcoin looked as if it was going to fall back down, because I think even right now, Bitcoin's price was only between 2,000 to 4,000. We weren't anywhere near the actual 20K. What started happening was that a lot of people who were making really good money off of ICOs started coming forward saying that they had made millions off of it. What people didn't realize is that these people were already millionaires, and they weren't simply dropping in $5, $10, $15, $25, $3,000 into the market. They were putting over 100K into some of these coins because they had that money to burn. When you put 100K into a coin that rises 1,500%, at the end of it, you have 1.5 million. And then that's when you can go on TV and all these other places and say, I made millions from this coin, and tons of other people start throwing their money into it. This is currently what we are experiencing. Tons of people are making really good money from these projects, but these are also probably the same exact people who have, what's it called? Tons of money in Bitcoin as well, and they're looking to profit from these DeFi coins to be able to make extra money to be able to push into Bitcoin. So yeah, that's all that news. What's this one say? Right, it says explosive DeFi growth may push Chainlink's price beyond $32 US. Analyst Timothy Peterson thinks that Chainlink's price has the potential to touch $32 by the end of this year, provided that the staggering growth for the DeFi sector continues. Chainlink's token has already made an explosive move upwards in the past 2 weeks, as its price has rallied by 88%. The sharp rise in DeFi sector has meant good news for many firms, including Chainlink, Oracles, and more. Investors have raised their stakes in the DeFi realm, and the positivity has percolated, down to the firms associated with the DeFi sector. DeFi Post states that the total value locked in DeFi has increased 4 times in the past 2 months. No wonder Chainlink's price is rising at a similar pace. People were asking me in the comment section yesterday, not why I hate the DeFi sector. I don't hate it. Listen, I firmly believe that DeFi is actually going to be a major part of future finance. I don't know if it's going to take over the entire world, but I think even within the cryptocurrency space, it's going to be the new it thing. My problem lies with the fact that every week we get about 17 new coins that other people are telling me to talk about, or that kind of pop up out of thin air, or that make really huge explosive returns and then subsequently end up falling back down in price over the next 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And then I stopped seeing those comments because people realized that they were probably in a coin that they probably should not have been to in the first place. A lot of this is all just hype, and the hype is meant for you to put your money into coins that you have no business probably being inside of. It is a lot easier and more attractive for you to get into a coin that is currently $1 that has a prospect of going to $15, $16, $17 than it is for you to put your money into Bitcoin, which you can't own an entire of, especially if you are late to the game. And while Bitcoin has a 5% return, these other coins have 1,800% returns, and you are then told by your peers and other people, don't worry about Bitcoin, don't worry about these other things, it's simply the other coins that are going to be the future. I will try my darndest, as long as I can continue with nonsense and also doing this channel, to try and steer you down the right path, because so many of you, I can feel it, are putting your money into these coins, and you are going to get burned. It's going to be terrible. These coins are going to collapse. I don't know if it's going to be Chainlink. I don't know if one day Chainlink is going to hit $889 and you would have made a great return. However, just understand these are exactly like ICOs from 2017. And that entire market imploded because nearly all of them were scams. I think we had like 7 or 8 ICOs, with Ethereum being the first one, that actually made it and are still around right now, and are at least within the top 50. All these other coins have poofed, and I'm trying to make sure that your money doesn't also poof, but here we are. And also on the DeFi front, in a Cointelegraph interview, the director of IBM's financial services and digital assets, Nitin Gaur, shared how the technology company is helping financial institutions to capitalize on DeFi. Gaur, the author of Blockchain for Business, says it is essential that banks understand and embrace DeFi. Otherwise, he says, it could eventually disrupt their entire business model. They said, and I quote, "I think that the financial institution should understand it because it has the potential to eventually sort of take over and subside the business elements of existing business models. And that's one reason why a bank should do it," end quote. For the entire financial structure that we have right now will be overtaken by blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and decentralized finance in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years if banks don't adopt. And even if they do try to adopt, everything is going to be automated. We no longer need people in these positions. We actually do not need them anymore, especially once we've fine-tuned this technology over the course of the next 10 to 20 years. There will be no need for a physical bank anymore because everything will simply be online. DeFi presents a set of regulatory challenges to financial institutions, and IBM believes it can help their clients navigate. However, most financial institutions are still in early exploratory stages when it comes to DeFi and are stuck at the crossroads between true decentralized finance and just digitizing traditional securities. Regardless, Gaur foresees an entry of the large banks, starting with the investment banks. I'm pretty sure that all these banks are already into the cryptocurrency space. I'm sure that a lot of them are probably creating, this is all an assumption, but stay with me. They probably are creating their own cryptocurrencies, their own things that are going to be called DeFi tokens, but they're not going to be DeFi in any proper decentralized sense as to how decentralized Bitcoin currently is. These will be run on the platform of decentralization, where they probably simply only have 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes, which is 8 nodes more than they would have previously had before, because all of the company alone would have had full control over the entire thing. Don't assume that all of these tokens being made by people in their mother's garages or basements are going to be the future of finance. These companies have billions of dollars, and they're going to make sure that they win at the end of this race. So yes, of course, DeFi is going to be very big. I assume that all these companies and corporations have been inside of it for a while. They may even be responsible for a lot of the pumps. That is alleged. I do not know that, but it would make a lot of sense, especially with all the really big money that's kind of going around. I heard from a couple of other people before. They said that their entire intent, and these were wealthy people. These were not, they said that their entire point of dealing with altcoins, and especially DeFi coins, was to pump their prices to make enough money to be able to push into other investments. It's very easy money. The same exact way during the ICO craze. I mean, people were making millions of dollars after having put 10, 20, 30,000 because these coins kept on continuously pumping. Now, at the end of it, they knew when to cash out because they had all the indications from the fear and the greed index. And then they moved on with their life. Anyway, that's all the DeFi news that I could fit into one video, because I promise you there was so much more. So many other coins you are never going to hear about, and you probably only will ever hear about these coins. No, that's also a lie. Nope. There are other crypto YouTubers who are pushing a lot of these things. Anyway, that's the DeFi news, and let's move on. Also in news, love them or hate them, personal crypto tokens are having their moment on Uniswap. Trading for money sign Alex and money sign Kerman, the respective tokens of two entrepreneurs, have boomed over the past few weeks. The two tokens were both caught up in Uniswap's record-breaking trading volumes yesterday. Volume on Uniswap broke records when trading climbed from 117 million to 193 million, an increase of 64%. Those represented by holding tokens issued them to fans as a sort of loyalty scheme. If you hold $100 worth of Alex, you'll get to vote on his life decisions. Last month, his fan base made him run 5 kilometers each day or exchange your tokens for services such as consulting work. So I'm pretty sure I remember this guy's face. I think he was one of the very first people to tokenize himself. And apparently it's now becoming a very big thing where people are making tokens of themselves and they're allowing other people to vote on or decide their life choices for money. So I guess that's where we are as a society now, that people are digitizing themselves and allowing strangers to vote on their lives. I mean, no. If it works for you, then why not? I assume a lot more of these are going to be popping up relatively soon. I think when certain people who want to become celebrities or are desperate enough to gain popularity or attention start realizing that this is a market, we are going to see a huge increase in this. I can see a lot of those social media platforms having people digitize themselves, telling people you can own a portion of me for 500, and these people making millions, and then other celebrities getting into it as well. I hope the trend will die out eventually, but with the way that the last 10 years have gone, I have a feeling it won't. Anyway, so if you didn't think we were in a greedy hype cycle, we have people selling themselves, fragments of themselves as a token, because money. Next up, Deribit has started listing Ether options with strikes above 1,000 US dollars, and some traders are now betting that Ethereum will reach that price by the year's end. Over 3,470 contracts worth $1.3 million worth of Ether, 1,120 call options have been traded for December 2020 and the expiration date of March 2021. These trades were executed on the Panama-based Deribit exchange, the world's largest crypto exchange by options trading volume. It is the first exchange to offer options for strikes above 1,000, which went live on the 1st of August. And there's a little chart right there. It said volumes have been decent, and open interest, open positions, are over 2,500 contracts already, indicating some traders believe Ether can potentially show a price move of over 180% in 5 to 7 months. Ether is currently trading around 390 at press time, representing a 200% price gain on a year-to-date basis. Price rally, expectations, continued DeFi, bull run, driving the activity, money. Yes, we are. I don't think this is actually obscene. I'm pretty sure a lot of this price number has to do with the expectation of Ethereum 2.0. I think that's what a huge portion of the market is hanging on to right now. Keeping in mind I'm just beating the dead horse at this point. The idea was in 2017, 2017, I drew it in the air as if you could see me, was that Ethereum 2.0 was also going to be released in 2007. A lot of cryptocurrencies began being built on and created on top of Ethereum. Why? Because Ethereum was expected to go from 15 transactions per second to 10,000 transactions per second with Ethereum 2.0. Therefore, build as many coins as you possibly want. It's all good. Just kind of keep building. Fast forward to 2020. We are once again expecting Ethereum 2.0, and there are tons of DeFi coins being built on top of Ethereum. Why? Because Ethereum is expected to go from 15 transactions per second to 10,000 transactions per second. Woo! I guess the only real indicator here is that this time it looks like it's actually going to happen, question mark. No one knows, but that is part of the fun of all of this, I guess. If we get any real indication, like I mean a real one, not that they're launching the final testnet public version, like if we get like a confirmed date from Vitalik Buterin on the 18th of November at 2 in the morning, we will have Ethereum 2.0. I think a couple of weeks before that, we are probably going to see Ethereum's price double. We are going to see the amount of coins that are being built on top of Ether completely skyrocket. We're going to see I can see all of this happening in my head. We're going to see a pullback in Ether's price because the network is going to be completely jammed and no one will be able to do anything. Transaction fees will rise, and then we actually get Ethereum 2.0, and we get started like getting the actual numbers from people doing tests of how many transactions it can actually hold, perform, do over the course of a second. And if it's good, Ethereum's price will keep going up. It's totally believable at this point. especially where Ethereum currently is right now. All the pullbacks that we've had in the market have not been organic. I think they've been fraudulent. And I'm not going to discuss why. I don't think it's anything nefarious, but I think it's just more so. I mean, if you consider people dropping markets to make more money, then I guess that's kind of nefarious in its own way. Anyway, we're getting a lot of price predictions. We've had price predictions for Bitcoin. By the end of this year, we were looking at 20,000, 25,000, 50,000. And then by the end of next year, 100K. So I guess the 1,000 Ether by December is not too, not too crazy. Also, this is probably one of the most popular news stories of the day. NASDAQ listed company known as MicroStrategy Inc. is apparently bullish on Bitcoin, saying that it is a dependable store of value that is superior to cash. The billion-dollar company has purchased $250 million worth of Bitcoin, adopting the cryptocurrency as its primary treasure reserve. MicroStrategy Inc., which describes itself as the largest independent, publicly traded business intelligence company, rocked the Bitcoin community on Tuesday, when it announced the adoption of Bitcoin as its primary treasure reserve. The company's market cap is currently at $1.3 billion. MicroStrategy revealed that it had purchased 21,454 Bitcoin at roughly completely at a price of around $250 million. Inclusive of fees and expenses. They said our investment in Bitcoin is part of our new capital allocation strategy, which seeks to maximize long-term value for our shareholders. Everywhere. I only have two of the links here because I didn't feel like having 75 of them at the top of this page. I assume the news is another rich company has openly gotten into Bitcoin. I'm just going to assume that that's what it is because we know, or should assume, that these things are happening behind the scenes. And I think that we get a lot of the companies who come forward because I assume they like the publicity, they like the press, so that they can get more investments for themselves to be able to push more money into the cryptocurrency market or simply to accumulate more cryptocurrencies. I like when we get these numbers because I like that we're able to compile lists of exactly how many Bitcoin these companies have in total. I have assumed for a while that there is not a huge amount of Bitcoin actually floating around out there. And lo and behold, it's also true because it keeps getting bought up by these companies who have no intent of selling because they are all long on Bitcoin. So cool that another rich company got into the market. I think these companies, I mean, when you talk about the long-term growth and prospect of the cryptocurrency market, these companies are going to be disgustingly wealthy in the next couple of years. I mean, listen, you're already $1 billion company, so you're already completely wealthy. But when you talk about the future possible prices of Bitcoin, and I assume that they're not going to stop accumulating anytime soon. So yeah, that's that news. Very popular news that rich people are in the market, and they have been since 2014. And to finish things off, in also shrug news, exchange operator Coinbase has resigned from cryptocurrency and blockchain advocacy group, the Blockchain Association, following the admittance of an upstart rival, the block has learned. In a letter pinned to the association on the 11th of August, Coinbase said it was resigning from the DC-based lobbying group led by former congressional staffer Kristen Smith, effective immediately. They said, "It is with considerable disappointment that I am tendering my resignation from the board of the Blockchain Association, effective immediately. My resignation also serves as a notice of Coinbase's withdrawal from the Blockchain Association, including all working groups and any ongoing initiatives." The note went on to say that the decision was made based on the actions by the association in recent weeks. Although the letter does not call out Binance by name, insiders suspect that the resignation was tied to the admittance of Binance.us into the association on Monday. And they said, "And while we hope the Blockchain Association remains committed to those values, Unfortunately, recent weeks have demonstrated to us that the Blockchain Association is not interested in the membership criteria we had worked to establish to underpin the mission of this organization. Certainly, the board and the association may choose to make that shift, but the shift in organizational goals is not in line with why Coinbase joined the particular organization, nor is it in line with achieving the objectives of the association. End quote. Backing up a little tiny bit, this is my opinion. I feel like Coinbase thinks that they're some type of savior within this space, or Coinbase joins these organizations. These organizations aren't formed for the better of the people. These organizations are formed as lobbying groups and to help the people who are already really rich and who own these cryptocurrency exchanges and blockchain companies to kind of get a better foothold on the market and to keep them more stable. As you know, we created this group to get regulation, and therefore we should have priority over every other new cryptocurrency exchange that kind of gets into the place. I'm pretty sure, my assumption, probably Coinbase did not join this organization as a way to make the world a better place, especially when Coinbase's or rather, I'll put it to you this way. Many people within the cryptocurrency space have noted over the last couple of weeks and the last couple of months and the last year or two that the original design of Coinbase has completely changed, as well as many people now fault them for adding many SHIT coins over the last couple of years when their original goal was simply to make a decentralized world that was based off of Bitcoin. So I'm not really sure what the problem is. I'm pretty sure Coinbase and Binance could have held hands at these meetings and, you know, at least acted like they were. I don't get why this was also news. Sure. First of all, Binance is doing extremely well around the world. I feel like just stay part of the organization, Coinbase, and you'll all do fine. Does anyone get what I'm saying? Like, why resign? Anyway, so Binance is apparently a part of the Blockchain Association. Coinbase decided to leave because apparently Coinbase is better than Binance, and therefore they had to leave because the association has been sullied. Maybe you can explain to me in the comment section what I'm missing, because once again, if you don't believe that this is all about money, I really don't know what to tell you, because this is all about money. All of it. Every single part of it. Every single little tiny bit of it. While Bitcoin may be absolutely wonderful and fantastic, and many other decentralized cryptocurrencies are also great for the market and for the future of finance, just understand that these companies and these cryptocurrency exchanges are not into this market because they're trying to make payments easier for everyone. They're trying to make it so that they continue to become richer, because it is all about money. Don't know if you got that from when I said it before, or even if you haven't been alive the last 100 years, the world revolves around money. So, gonna leave it at that. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbite University, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Oscar Maldonado, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Joshua Vineyard, Martin Steuer, Nostromo, John Sarson, the Animal Reader, A Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Mohammed Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Crypto Joe, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Damien Setsuna, Nick Kanaya, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mon, Gialavori, Anthony Charles, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch, Test Everyday, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to crypto, it's so hot here, my gosh. Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Arfmedic 17, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Rayla Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, 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 very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel, and thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. At the moment, the market is in red. It's in red. Bitcoin is currently at 11,453 US dollars. We've moved up from the 11,000 that we slammed down into not too long ago. Currently looked like the market was trying to move up. Who knows exactly what's taking place? Chainlink is up because, you know, Chainlink was just bought by a $1 billion company and has been adopted by many countries around the world. All of that was a joke for those of you who didn't get that and were trying to Google it right now. Everything is down. EOS is down. Lumen's down. Cosmos is up by 3%. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, wow. Looky here. Aave is up by 16%, and Compound is also up by 30%. Synthetics is up by 18%. Noticing a trend, anyone? And the rest of the crypto, and Ampleforth as well. Let us not forget the $20 million of trading volume is currently up by 28.43%. So, yeah, we're all on the train, whether we want to be or not. The DeFi train is very strong. It is very hyped. And I still believe that it is going to lead us into that really crazy market surge by the end of the year if we end up getting Ethereum 2.0, which will then be really interesting because this will mean that Ethereum, if this happens, this will mean that twice in a row, Ethereum has caused the bull market. Because the last time, the entire bull market was caused by the ICO craze from all of these coins being built on top of Ether. Ethereum went from $8 to $1,400 over the course of a year. And it looks like the same exact thing might happen if we get all the DeFi coins properly working and more popular on top of Ethereum if we get that upgrade. That'll be quite interesting if Ethereum ends up being the catalyst for the major market movements, because for those of you who don't know, Ethereum is also tied to all the other coins. You used to be only able to trade every other coin against Bitcoin, and now you can also do so against Ethereum as well. And there you go. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.